When they came into like getting with the block watch thing, it kind of was like a no-brainer because we all was around the same age, you feel me? And we all knew each other. And Mark was like just getting off their feet. They was about to start doing little business ventures, promotions and all that shit with each other.
And we started off doing, me and Chafe, we started off doing productions. We did our first little concert and kind of that didn't go so well, so we started our own little company, All Star Productions. And then from there we had a liking to the music. I had actually went to recording school. I went to the recording workshop in Chillicothe, and I kind of was into the producing thing. And Chafe, we still was doing the promotions. And you know, the day Tone called and started spitting, we was like, it's a done, you know?
No-brainer.
Yeah, definitely a no-brainer.
I had a manager, my cousin Big G, rest in peace. You know what I mean? We all hooked up. He was like, man, you don't need to be fucking with no young dudes, man. It's like we can take it a whole nother level. I was like, nah, this is what I want to do. So we had a quick business meeting at a Pizza Hut. And from there, it was on and popping.
We started the block watch thing, you know what I'm saying? I really wasn't a part of that. First starting off, Chafe's always kicking the door, boom, in the morning. I'm asleep. He Jay, yo, spitting some 16s. Like, man, we gonna do this block watch thing. I got this idea, such.
The name Block Watch started, Bob and myself actually was going back, and I just kind of like came up with this little concept. Actually, his cousin Sean drew the actual logo for us, and it came out slick. But we was in North Carolina, and Tone getting ready to lay some music, and he was doing what's called the Block Watch Anthem on the EP. And so we get into this discussion. He like, no, it's B-L-O-C-K. I said, Tone. I'm like, it's not B-L-O-C-K, man. It's B-L-O-K. Purposely left it off because of obviously the block watch signs in the neighborhood or whatever. But the name itself represented, you know, really taking care of where you come from, paying attention to what's going on in your surroundings and your environment, and taking it not from just your hood, but taking it nationwide. And that's what it was all about with Block Watch. So.
Block watch, you know what I'm saying? The start of everything. You know, it's the start of trying to get into the music industry. You know, it's making our mark, starting off in Columbus.
They was so like in tune to my career and in tune to me making it that they ran out, man, got a studio, and the studio was over top of a record store called Mickey's Groove.
He started off on top of the record store. Chafin had got a record store, Mickey's Groove, and the studio was actually on top of it, whole apartment. We hooked up with the cat named B out of the Natty, and he had the ill boy. We just hooked the studio up. It was an apartment, but it was lit. Closet was the booth.
So we locked it in up there, got a team, but we was young. It was like a stumble experience. We was learning as we was going, you know what I mean? So, we had a lot of fallouts, a lot of arguments, you losing a lot of money because you learning how to not lose it again. So, but it all helped because it gave us all business smarts and business opportunity, and everybody just blossomed from it. Then we went there, got another studio, and then we had just built the team bigger. Got a studio on 3rd.
Then we wound up moving into the real studio, what I called the real studio. It was studio decked out, boom, boom, glass, big board, big ass booth, 2 different other booths. It was kitchen, bathroom, we was office, we thought we was, man.
Niggas getting lazy, the game getting shady. These young niggas fucking up all the rules. Hip hop went pop to me lately. These motherfuckers getting paid because they dancing or they rapping about they jewels. I don't give a fuck what they got. That money don't make them hot. Throw they CDs out the window as I beat up the block. Laughing when they ask me what I do in they spot. Beat up the track, sorta like I beat up the twat.
Block watch shit, we was doing it. Block watch. Everybody, from that like early 2000. 2001, 2002, 2003, all that. Man, we was doing it. People know we was the first really like how people got the little the mixtapes, the hard backs and all that stuff, the real graphic out, detailed shit. We was doing that. People still stuffing papers in the mixtapes, just from Kinko's type shit. We was getting in t-shirts, jackets, we were renting tour buses just to go to the damn city, Chafe and Bobby them still bringing shows.
First show I did was Club Mecca with them. Like I said, with Exhibit, Big Pun. It started taking off then, you know what I mean?
But Blackwatch is on top, baby. Them mixtapes was dropping hard. You know what I'm saying? And Tone was just,
Tone was rare, man. He still is one of the most talented folks that you ever gonna see when it comes to delivery, and as far as versatility as well.
I've never heard nobody say they didn't like Tone. And that's not being, you know, I don't know what, nigga, but I ain't never heard nobody say they ain't like Tone once they sit down and listen. I ain't talking about niggas, you know, and you know, talking and all that shit. When niggas blowed or whatever, they just sitting back and they listening, and they like, damn.
But it is different, and most of your music is not the same at all the time. You be changing up your styles, and people get into your music. You just sit down and listen to it. It's easy to listen to. You can understand what he's saying. Every word, everything, whatever he's talking about, you can understand what he's talking about. But you know, that's real good. I like that.
I think the mark of a good artist is when you always hear their name, you know what I'm saying, being spoken in the streets, especially in a city where the radio station doesn't get behind the music. So all through the years, you know, you will always hear T-Tone was doing this, he was doing this, he was doing this, he was getting signed with this person. And so it's always been growth. So the whole point of it all is that me and his relationship grew because I always heard about it. You know what I'm saying? So I was always abreast of what was going on with T-Tone because T-Tone was always doing something. If you're not doing any work, then nobody's talking about you, nobody's hearing about you.
Tone been doing this for years, you know, putting it on for us. One of the only rappers I know that can speak where I come from and what I've been through and Ryan did, because he been there, watched me grow up since a young pup, you know. I know anything I say to you, you know they ain't lie. Anything he say to me, I know they ain't lie. Because we was there with each other, you feel me? It's deeper than rap, it's deeper than music. This real life shit.
Crazy stuff. Tone come up, buy some tins. Walk out. White dude next door, cocaine, excuse me. Walk next door, he like, they sitting outside listening to music. They like, dude, I think that's T-Tone. Yeah. He like, dude, that's T-Tone. Dude walk up to him, he's like, man, you T-Tone? He's like, yeah. He's like, man, you my favorite rapper, man. He said, man, I know all your songs. I know all. Dude starts spitting lyrics. Just fire. Me and Tone looking like.
I'm talking about, you talking about going in, hard work, you know what I'm saying? Dedication, effort, all that, man. He put 110, he put 2,000 in that bitch, you know what I'm saying? 2,000, you know what I'm saying? I remember the days it snowed in, snow out here, you know, I'm coming, like I said, coming from Cali, you don't see no snow snowed in. He in the studio for 2 days, baby.
We got stuck up in there, man. We was in there for like, it seemed like 2-3 days, the whole weekend. Me and Tony, the cell phones went dead, no chargers in that bitch.
We went to Big Homie Wood, this nigga's fucking car breaks down.
Yeah, it's hard out here.
It's like blizzard conditions, right? We stuck in the motherfucking studio.
We wound up walking down to Popeyes, cold as hell. Popeyes down the street. Walked down there, had chicken, whatever we was eating, and just laying music. And just having fun. We just, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We and kicking it, smoking, just us three, you know what I'm saying? Jumping in, hitting the button, running in there, doing what, you know, we was just making history. You know, but at the same time, the history got taken away.
That fucked up day happened. You got a phone call and fucking door done got kicked in, took us up top. Lost all that music. And I was at a young nigga age, ain't had nothing copyrighted.
I drink bottles of gin with no juice. Side up with ELS and Dub Deuce. Ride down your one-way strip and let loose. Who's your head, nigga? Lose his head, nigga. That's who even saying you wanted me dead, nigga. Thinking shit cute, punk should've played mute. Instead just spoke on how good you shoot. I spit fire, burn your boots. Better enter your pocket, exit loot, or end up in a permanent suit. Surrounded by horns, pianos, and flutes. Flowers and a lot of people screaming your name, you silly bastard. Me, I got the game mastered. Right before your eyes, light past it. Hesitate, too late, oops, silk this fate. Close range, make no mistake. Blew his brain on the corner sidewalk, permanent stain. Nigga pop, try telling him with so much pain. But he try to be a menace, now he bleed like Kane. Go against me, treason, man. Tone don't change me, low. low on dope, repo your chain, extort your cane. Shit, you know what come after that bang. Flatline is nap time. Testing me, pass illegal, more like asinine. Desert Eagle down your throat and snap your spine. Move over, I ain't macking your dime. It's stick up time, bitch. Give me your money, that's my pickup line. Hurry up, lady, one last time. I told you, my gun is still a baby, it'll hiccup 9. Use your mind for this clip, rip your spine. Bitch, stop crying, I don't give a fuck about you. Y'all can die as a couple if you're prepared to. Look at your man over there, he as scared as you.